evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crounella Lease Club for our 6th fight card tonight. I'm Mcgillius, and joining me is Greg Riley, and we've got a great fight card tonight.
Good evening, Mike, and yes, we have got a great night.
We've got Rami Zahabi up against David Simonet in the super lightweight. Welterweight title, Robert Kelly against Ali Atoui, and our middleweight title, Sam Magoulias, one of the brothers, fighting Peter Meads. We'll be seeing the other Mcgillius brother as well. There he is, George Mcgillius, in the super middleweight title up against Maurice Llewellyn. Great bout that's going to be. Commonwealth middleweight title fight, Alex Atoui versus Jason Rarere. And the big boys, the heavyweight title, Grant Barker and Mitch O'Hella. Going to be a tough one. O'Hella taking care of Barker last time round.
Yes, Grant will be able to prove something this time. He'll be working right into Mitch.
Well, looks like we're going to get underway now with our first fight of the night. And as we said to you a little earlier, super lightweight, over 3 1.5-minute rounds. And coming out in our blue corner, we've got David Simonet, 62.5 kilos, trainer Mick Spinks, fights 2, wins 1, KOs none. So 50% record. 50% record, relatively inexperienced, and the guy he's against is just as inexperienced too. But of course quite fierce. Well, this is how you get experience, mate, isn't it? Clock up a bit of ring time, so to speak.
That's right.
Now we're looking at these fellas, just one of them in the ring already, as we said. David's in the ring. And joining David in the ring now, we've got his challenger, Rami Zahabi, 63 keys, Greg, and 100% record, 1 fight, 1 win.
Well, that's right. You can't get much better than that, Mike.
Mate, I don't know too much about these fellows. We've got 3 1.5s, as we said. I don't know the kick count at this point in time. We'll try and establish that as we work into the fight. But 1.5 minutes of ring time, mate, in there. They get 1 minute recovery, correct?
Correct. And they definitely need that 1 minute recovery because they do expel quite a bit of energy in that 1.5 minutes.
Now, as we said, super lightweight division. These boys are very, very fit. Look at the stomach muscles on these boys when they strip down, I tell you what.
Well, yes, the stomach muscles have to be plenty hard because these guys take some pretty powerful blows to that region of the body.
I would say, would this be about the quickest division?
It would be. You generally get the smaller the guys, the faster they are. Getting up towards the heavyweights, they rely more on power, but these guys rely on speed.
Okay, ref just giving them final instructions, making sure that everything's understood and making sure that they know exactly the formula required to fight this fight tonight. As we said, these two boys, unknown quantities, virtually 2 fights for one and 1 fight for the other. We're going to see them tonight for the first time blaze their stuff. Touch of the gloves, boys will go back to their corners.
Hopefully a good one.
Well, we'll see what happens. Once again, Zahabi is out of the red corner and Simonet out of the blue. And the boys come to centre ring. A little bit of a front kick there, just round the side, just testing one another out. Left and right. Just working, all wild right. Comes back with a left kick too, straight away. Likes that kick. Boys are mixing it up.
Nice left roundhouse kick.
Boys are mixing it up very early. No feeling this one out, mate. They're straight into it.
No, they're going for these 1.5 minutes. I think the crowd can look forward to a very, very excitable 2 people up there. With their experience, they'll be moving in there and expelling a lot of energy, as I said before.
That wasn't a knockdown, and it was more of a slip. But Zahabi's going to have to watch it. When he lays with those kicks, he seems to get off balance, and that's dangerous because if the punch comes through at the right time, it doesn't need much weight on it to put you away.
Well, that's exactly right, Mike. He's throwing a kick, set himself up for a big hit, and that's a big hit on him.
These boys are well trained, mate. Look at the muscle definition on these fellows. They have done a lot of work in the gym, and as I've said before, we're looking, 6 hours, 5-hour sessions in the gym to get up to this level?
Exactly, yes, 5-6 hours, and of course they're looking incredibly fit for the amount of times they have been in the ring. They've done obviously done it before in the amateur ranks.
Conditions inside the club tonight, a little bit warm. I'd say they're about 22, so it's going to play a big part in tonight, as though we've only seen 3 rounds tonight. But later on in the 10-rounders, definitely the heat could be a factor under these hot lights. Could sort a couple of the boys out.
Well, we're looking at the heavyweight guys. I mean, how much would they use, how much energy do they use, and how much moisture do they lose from their body?
Completion of round 1 there, mate. I don't know. I'd split that pretty even. They were throwing lever pretty much equal there. And I thought they'd feel each other out. They haven't. And whether you feel like 2 or not, I don't know, mate. But if you've got a free hand, I'm sure you could put them around up hours.
Well, I'm left absolutely speechless, Mike.
Well, I know you're speechless, Greg, but I'm sure your hands would be full, mate. There's no problem there. And these two fellas have got their hands full with each other at the moment because they've got to face each other, I should say, one more time for round 2 in this 3-round contest. Centre ring. Let's see how it pans out. I noticed in between rounds there that Mike Spinks was definitely talking to David Simonet, trying to get him up to speed on this fight, and his hands are full. Boys are engaging straight away. Oh, big right hand from Zahabi. That's going to stop him.
I think this might be the end.
Oh, yes, mate, yeah, absolutely. That was an enormous right hand. It was a bit of a haymaker, mate. I think he threw it and hoped, and by God, he has definitely connected.
Yeah, that hope came true.
David Simonet's going to need more than Mick Spinks can offer at the moment. I think, unfortunately, this fight's come to an end midway through, or very early on, I should say, in that second round. And the winner, without doubt, Rami Zahabi.
Out comes Smelly Socks.
They're going to need a little bit more than that, mate. They might need a stretcher to get this boy out. But as soon as it hit him, put him straight to the canvas. He tried to get to his feet. The mind wanted to, but the body definitely not.
Yeah, the legs weren't there. Legs gone.
Well, Greg, that's a big way to start the fight card tonight. Up goes the arm.
Rami Zahabi, 2 fights and 2 wins, won by a KO now.
Yeah, super lightweight. Maybe you could go on from there. We'll have to wait and see. But not a bad way to take your second fight out.
Second fight, great for his confidence.
Now, we'll be having Robert Kelly coming up against Alec Atoui, and that's going to be in the welterweight title. Now, this is 5 1.5 minute rounds. They get that 1 minute break in between as he grabs hold of the trophy. And the crowd here at Crounella League Club definitely getting a warm round of applause. Here's the fight card for our next fight. As you can see, a welterweight title fight. Mate, do you know much about these two fellows?
Ali Atoui, I've seen Ali Atoui in the ring quite a few times, and Robert Kelly, well, I've seen Robert once, and it should be a very, very interesting encounter.
Well, we're just looking now at the weight division, 65.5, still very light, 5 fights, 4 wins, no KOs. All right, as we said, I don't think he's going to command a heavy punch with him, Greg. 4 wins, 5 fights. Obviously, he's not a big puncher. He hasn't been able to pull off a KO yet.
No, but maybe he's got the feet, you know. But these guys, they tend to get into the ring and get their 8 kicks out of the way and then move in with their fists. And as you were saying, that if his fists aren't strong enough to knock someone out in 5 fights, well, yes, that's an indication that his fists aren't strong.
Okay, coming out of that blue corner at 65.5, trained by Mick Spinks once again, Ali, I should say, Atoui. 6 fights, 4 wins and 2 KOs. Definitely a man with a bit of power.
Yes, this guy moves in pretty well, and it's going to be a real test for Robert Kelly.
Now, he's out of this blue corner, and so far tonight, the blue corner hasn't come off too well.
No, they're a bit sore around the chin.
Maybe even a bit tender. This Ali Atoui is a very strong customer. I would not like to meet this man in an aggressive mood at any stage, even if I did have gloves and shin pads on.
Well, that's right. He'll take his top off to see how strong this guy is. He trains very well, and he's one of these guys who moves in and crowds his opponent and bumps.
Just an interesting note too, the boys are wearing feet and shin guards. In New South Wales it's mandatory, in other states of Australia not so.
That's right. For safety reasons, it is a good idea to have these protection for the boxers, although the first fight wouldn't indicate that with the severe knockout.
Okay, we've got Atoui in the red shorts and of course Kelly in the black long trunks. Now this is going to be a tough fight. Boys are feeling one another out, couple of lefts and right combinations. Coming in from Atoui, looking very healthy, popping that kick out, taking a lot of punishment on that thigh already.
Big hit on Kelly's thigh too by Atoui.
Atoui's in the corner, he's going to have to fight his way out, and he does so, very easy.
Robert Kelly, he looks like the boxer, he's using his hands a lot more, and as I said, Ali Atoui using the feet.
Atoui, the boys are looking very good, but Atoui definitely the shorter of the two. Now whether Kelly can use the size advantage, i.e. reach, and the torso size of his body to an advantage, we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to watch Robert Kelly's too. His left foot turning kick, his left foot roundhouse kick, it's a beauty.
Kelly's boxing very well here. Good lefts and rights, goes in, then steps away. Atoui's not scared but to come back at him. Atoui's just, he's courageous.
Yes, he's attacking Kelly's thigh region. He's going to wear those legs out. Or attempt to.
The boy's still in centre ring. Oh, nice, big right. Yes, definitely. Big right. That's hurt Kelly. He's going to have to take a breather. He does so. That was a big right. Big spot. Best punch of the fight so far. The kicks are still wailing away, but mostly to the lower parts of the body. No one's going high as the bell sounds for completion of round 1. And I'd say, looking at it there, I'd give it a Atoui on it. Atoui just that little bit ahead.
He got that big punch in, so But Robert Kelly, if I in the ring, if I was Robert Kelly in the ring against Atoui, I'd be using my extra reach, thrusting that leg out and keeping him away.
Well, we have a rather large card girl come into the ring, and she departs from the ring. The boys are getting final instructions from their cornermen. And as we said, Kelly took a big right hand in that round, and he's going to have to come back and see what he can dish up to Atoui this time round. Boys in centre ring. Second round of our 5 rounds that we're facing tonight. Goes away. They start early with the kicks, one apiece. Card counts will be going down on these kicks.
And Robert Kelly moving in with that left and right. He's using his hands again. And
definitely. Oh, good right too from Kelly. He likes to get in close, doesn't he?
He does. But he should be using his reach more with his legs. He's got a good left foot roundhouse kick, and he should be tapping Atoui with that.
Left steps in, separates the boys, gets them apart again.
There we go. There's that thrusting left hand.
That's a
beautiful
back kick.
Beautiful.
That hurt. Now he's got to finish him. He's got to get in close, working very hard. I think we might be seeing an early end of this fight, mate. I don't know who's going to go with him, but the way these two boys are going at one another, there's not going to be too much left in the gas tank.
No, I hope the first fight was an indication of the fights to come.
Atoui has great hand speed. Like all mixed spinks fighters, they are very good boxers as such.
Very strong in the hands.
He's really hurting Kelly now with those left and right combinations.
Oh, Kelly's got to get away from him. He's got to push him away and just thrust that leg out, that left foot out, and just keep him away. There he goes again. He's thrusting it out, keeping Atoui away. Atoui just wears that and he moves him very well.
He's taking a bit of punishment to get in against Kelly, but when he gets inside,
he punishes.
Hurts. Yep, definitely so. He punishes. Good wording. Okay, ref steps in, spreads them apart again. He gives him a warning. Hand over the top. All right, with the white gloves on both boys, stay clear. Late kick after the bell there. I wouldn't be too happy about that.
No, but Robert Kelly, when you see that kick, that late kick is his kick. He should be using it more to keep Atoui away. And that is catching Atoui off, and it's getting points for Robert Kelly.
Just in Atoui's corner there, and you can see Spinks trying to psych his fighter up as we are graced once again by the powers of B. But, yep, the boys are working hard, and I think we could see an early finish to this fight, mate. We're coming up for round 3. I've got a minute break in between these rounds. We're back over in the red corner at the moment, just looking at Robert Kelly. His trainer is there, just giving him some instructions, and once again, he's telling him to duck. But I don't know if he's getting the message, mate.
Well, this is an interesting encounter. They're both from the same gym. Chunchak Fay being the trainer of Robert Kelly, and Atoui being trained by Michael Spinks, Mick Spinks. So it is an interesting encounter, I should say, in that respect.
Maybe the two trainers might get in there and mix it up. Anyway, we start round 3, centre ring, and Kelly straight in. Now, he heard Atoui then. That was good. Good combination, and went straight after him. Ref stepped in, separated him, but the boys are straight on. Oh, he's hanging on. No, he can't do that. He's going to have a warning. That's the second warning for holding. That's not the go at all.
Atoui moving in.
He likes to
move in, likes the crowd.
Ooh, I think we've got a low kick there to the privates.
Jump up and down.
Yep, give him a shake. A little bit of ice. I like to see this one actually pull the shorts forward and blow down there. I don't know what that does, but we're talking about oxygen blow, by the way. But I get about a minute to recover on this. Big Spinks will be over there. Out come the shorts.
I need 3 minutes to recover.
Yeah. Grabs his composure again. Okay, boys in centre ring. And they're back into it. Now we're midway through this round. Once again in close. They're working in very close. This is more to his liking, this in-close fighting. If I was Kelly, I'd be staying away.
Robert Kelly coming out with that nice roundhouse kick. Here it is again. Should be using it more, keeping him away.
Much better kicker of the two fighters, isn't he?
That's right. He tends to rely on that left foot roundhouse kick, and it is working this.
Geez, that was good. Oh, big right hand from Atoui. Right and left combinations. Kelly tries to respond with a combination, but he's just not going to win that sort of battle.
No, he's fighting Atoui's fight at the present time. Atoui wears the kick, and then he moves in very well.
And a lot of power behind those kicks, but all the same. Missed an outcut, missed it, then just grazed the forehead. Boys are working in again. just can't believe Kelly's strategy here.
No, it's not the right strategy.
He must be confident, but mate, he's obviously confident he can take the blows and get in there and mix it up with him.
Well, he's still holding his own close in, but of course it's not his strength, so it's silly to fight his weaker fight.
Well, completion of round 2. I'm sure Mick Spinks won't be very happy as much as he should be. Any the other way, I'd say 1 to Kelly and 1 to Atoui. So
that's right. This is shaping up to be a very interesting encounter, and of course it's the kicker against the boxer.
Right, Kelly just getting some instructions once again, getting told to keep down, get it down and get those kicks working. Round 4 is coming up. Seconds are down out of the ring. Using every bit of the time clock.
Right, Mick Spinks giving last instructions.
Boys once again in very good shape, Greg. Up they come. Round 4.
It says a lot for Australian kickboxing now. The shape these guys are in, of course, they're the start of a big night of kickboxing, and they're looking extremely fit. There's another low one.
Yep. Boys are all right. I haven't had to send it back into the corner.
He's hardening up in that area.
Yeah, definitely. If he's hardening up under that sort of pressure, mate, I'll tell you what, he wants to give the game away. He's starting to kick a little bit more, Atoui. Oh, big kick to the head department. It's a beautiful left. Now the boxing's coming right out. The boys are throwing leather everywhere. This is not the fight that Kelly wants to play at.
Maybe Robert Kelly's finding his fists.
Could do. Atoui working in around that body, kicking away, got him in the corner. He's got him where he wants him now. Now Kelly's in his own corner. Atoui lets him walk out, walk back to centre ring.
And Robert Kelly fighting Ali Atoui's fight again.
Now these boys are at 65 kgs plus, very wiry, very fast. As we said, a little bit of a height advantage for Kelly, maybe in the latter round, the latter of this round and the last round, he can sort of like capitalise on that and put him away. I think he's going to have to knock him down, mate, to win this fight.
Well, that's right. He's got to chop him down. It's like knocking down a big oak tree. And of course, Ali Atoui's the one to do it.
Kelly warned for holding at the back of the head again. I don't know why he does that, mate, because he only gets hurt when he does that. Hang on to the bloke's head. Okay, completion of 4. 5th and last round coming up. I'd give that to Atoui. Much stronger performance from him this time round. But, he's in there, Mick Spinks. He's still instructing to him.
Robert Kelly, if he wants to win this fight, he's going to have to keep away from him in this last round and really go for quite a few points with that left foot roundhouse kick.
I'd agree with that. Kelly's got to come out. Excuse me. Red corner is actually 1 kick down in that round, so that's going to go against him on the scorecard. But I'm sure, the way things are standing at the moment, that Ali Atoui should be out in front on our scorecard.
That's interesting. Robert Kelly doing 1 kick down in that round, being such a good kicker, easy to kick, easy left foot kick, and he's not using it. Shows he's not using it enough.
Touch of the gloves, and the boys are right into it. Lightning left little jab there with the kick to Kelly.
We're going to see some action this round, I think.
Crowd right behind both fighters, so it's going to be tough. Big crowd in here, about 1,500 people here. So they're going to get very boisterous when their hometown hero comes in, Grant Barker, a little later on.
Grant the bomber.
Yep, definitely so.
He's using his other leg, Robert Kelly.
Just jabbing away with that left.
So he slides in with that left foot roundhouse kick, and he's coming in using his right now, so working on Ali Atoui's thigh region.
Okay, a little bit of adjustment to the foot pad. Now this should be, as I've said before, an old Angelo Dundee trick, mate, to give a little breather to the man that might be struggling. Just readjust the shin pad and the foot pad, make sure it's 100%. He's not happy. He's still looking at it, saying, Mick, fix that up for me. He's not happy. And, he's right to get back in there. Nice little breather for him.
Of course, it's giving Robert Kelly a breather too.
Well, Robert Kelly's going to have to come back. Tony Mundine there in the background, just sitting down, watching tonight's fight action.
Tony Mundine, a great follower of kickboxing.
I'm sure he's glad that they didn't do that when he was around, mate. He was more of a glove man.
Glove man, he used the upper limbs, didn't worry about the bottom ones.
Now, Atoui's trying to finish on here. He's got to try and finish all over the top of the ring to really confirm this result tonight. 5th and final round, midway through that round. Kelly trying to haul back some points. He is behind, unfortunately. the bigger of the two fighters, the man in the black long pants. He's not coming in at all. Atoui, goes a good right. Oh, big right. I tell you what, he's got Atoui here. He's down. Well, he had to do it, mate. He had to take him out in this round.
I tell you what, he's kicked the lid off the coffin and come back and hammered him.
And how did he do it? He boxed it. He boxed it. He tried to jump up then, but the ref called it off. Ref's called it off.
A bit of a turn-up.
Mick Spinks is not into the ring, so obviously Mick Spinks is very happy with the decision. Otherwise, I know what Mick's like. He'd be up there putting his piece. But definitely, Ali Atoui is not happy.
Oh, Ali Atoui was way ahead on points. Well, not way ahead, but he was well ahead on points.
It was his fight, definitely so.
And to lose it like that, it would be upsetting for him.
And there's Robert Kelly. He came out and did it with his fists, mate.
Yeah, that bit of a breather he had, it worked for him, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the fists.
Unfortunately, the fellas are too good, mate, so they're not too bitter about the decision, but the ref under the eye of the crowd.
Yes, two genuinely keen guys. Of course, it's a great stable for kickboxers.
Robert Kelly.
Oh, that red corner. So, Blue's not having much luck tonight, mate. Red corner. Robert Kelly, our winner, and he did it with a TKO in the 5th round. As his trophy is about to be handed to him, he's going to jump out of the ring. And our next fight coming up, New South Wales middleweight title. And here we see the first of the brothers, Sam Mcgillius against Peter Meads. And Peter Meads is one hell of a boxer.
Peter Meads has had 3 for 3. And of course he's had one of those has been with a KO.
Well, the man's got the gloves to take care of this one. Sam Mcgillius, as we said, his brother a little later on will also be fighting George. Out of these two, I tend to think that Sam is the better of the two fighters.
Well, Sam's got looking at the record, Sam has more experience. He's had 6 fights. Of course, you're looking at Peter Meads with his 3 fights. But of course, Peter Meads has that 100% record.
Oh, joining in the ring now, Peter Meads, 70.1 kilos. And this is going to be a toughie. Peter Meads is a bit of a warrior. Doesn't mind taking a bit of punishment. And joining him in the ring,
The New South Wales middleweight title.
New South Wales middleweight title at 70 kilos. Sam Magoulias, 6 fights, 5 wins, 2 KOs. This man is a very, very good fighter.
The current New South Wales middleweight title holder.
He's looking quite hungry as he walks out to the ring there.
A bit of a Jeff Finnick sort of approach to the ring from the boy. Yeah, absolutely.
The champion, ladies and gentlemen.
One thing I would like to point out, I don't know if these guys are bashful or not, but we don't have their ages. So I don't know whether they're lying through their front teeth, back teeth, or whatever.
If we have got their ages, they probably were lying, eh?
Yeah.
But they look young anyway, we'll give that to them. Look young enough to hop into the ring. What is the age limit for? It's about 35.
35 they've got to cut it off, haven't they? One of the attractive young ladies that are here tonight. Just there in the ring. Well done, cameraman. Appreciate that if you can find a few more.
Yes, there's some mighty fine camera work here tonight.
Peter just getting a little rub on the back of the neck. Both trainers just hanging around their boxes at the moment. They're just running through final instructions here. I really don't think that the boys would be listening too much. I think their pre-fight would already been jammed into their head, and I think they'd just be staring and psyching one another out.
That's right, they're in a bit of a trance at the moment, eyeballing each other.
Okay, we've got 5 1.5-minute rounds to face with the 1 minute break in between. As we said before, shin and feet pads for the boys. Sam gets his top off.
Sam in the red pants, and of course Peter is in the black.
Yes, coming out of the blue corner, and Sam's out of the red corner. Referee stands in the middle of the Powers ring, and we're very appreciative of Powers' support for our kickboxing tournament tonight. 6-fight card, and we're into fight number 3. Okay, boys are straight into it too. Sam Mcgillius. Now look at Sam's fighting style here. He has the hands up front, but Pete Meads is not going to even have a worry about his fight.
Peter Meads a runaway truck at the moment.
Straight in and straight at him. But wants to get in close too. Doesn't want to stay at a long range. Sam's a very good kicker. He's a very good combination fighter, and he's trying to crowd him out very early on. But none of these blows are connecting. A lot of energy expended, but no connection.
And Sam covering.
Oh, big left from
connector.
Sam. Yeah, absolutely.
Sam coming up with an uppercut to the body, or to the chin, I should say.
Sam looks a little bit more intense. Mcgillius looks a little bit more intense now, looking at Meads, and Meads is coming at him all the time.
Peter Meads, he's going to run out of energy if he keeps up this pace. And Sam Mcgillius covering up well, and of course he'll just cover up and wait for Peter Meads to run out of juice.
Well, this is a bit of rope-a-dope, actually, the way we're looking at this. Back on the ropes, Sam using the ropes to keep himself upright and to take the weight of his body as he worries about defending, in a sense, against a very hard charging Peter Meads.
Sam Mcgillius using his hands very well. Of course, trained by Fay, and he's got beautiful hands.
Not too many kicks coming from him at the moment, so Meads is going to have to remember that, the kick count will go against him if he doesn't get those counts up.
He needs a bit of room to kick, and of course Meads isn't giving him that room at the present time.
Well, all over Sam Mcgillius, that round was Peter Meads.
Peter Meads, but he used a lot of energy to win that round.
Well, he's in front. Not a bad way to start. He's not going to hang on for 4.
He's got to get his wind back. Maybe he's a super fit guy. Maybe he can do that for 5 rounds.
The number 2 card comes out. And we'll be seeing these two boys come out again now. I think you might find Peter Meads might just turn the turbo down a little.
He'll have to.
And I think you might find Sam Mcgillius turn the turbo up a little.
Sam Mcgillius will find himself this round, I predict.
Doesn't look too uneasy about the whole situation.
Well, Sam didn't use much energy at all. He just had to cover up, and of course he came out with a few nice punching combinations, and a lot of those did connect. And Peter Meads, he won the round, but of course he used a lot of energy.
Straight away from Mcgillius, straight away, left and right combinations with the feet.
Peter Meads start not as furious this time.
Oh, good right. Short right from Mcgillius, but Meads is... he also has a very loose guard. Sam Mcgillius fights with a very, very loose guard. You see those hands, they tend to drop right down to mid-waistline. And he's quite confident of his ability to pull his head out of the way before the actual blow lands.
There Sam putting in a nice kick there to the midsection region of Peter Meads.
Meads seems to find his range. He jabs well, puts that left out, jabs a couple of times, and then tries to come across with the big right hand. In that first round it worked for him. Let's see if Sam's worked him out as we go into round 2. And, flying a lot of gloves there and just not connecting. The boy's working again. Sam's using them ropes very, very well. And Peter Meads is going to be in a lot of trouble come 4 and 5.
I hope he's got the energy to go on with it, because he's very determined, and that determination is not enough to win these fights in this class of competition.
He's a very tenacious fighter. He looks to be the older of the 2 fighters, and yet not the most experienced of the 2 fighters.
Sam Mcgillius, he's looking very composed. The way he covers up there, and then he lets go of those combinations, those hands.
Take round 2 there. Sam left himself open there, but Peter couldn't capitalise. Just right near the end of the round there, you'll see that Sam actually dropped his guard, and unfortunately Peter Meads could not capitalise. And they both are proudly brought to you by Powers. Both fighters are in great shape tonight.
They're looking good.
Exceptional. The last minute instructions, he doesn't seem to be happy with the way this fight's going from Mcgillius at the moment. And out he comes, in the red, long pants, Peter Meads in the black, and the white stripe.
See how energetic Peter Meads is now.
For his hands, and away they go for round 3. Both boys starting out with kicks.
Peter Meads has got this good right thrusting and left thrusting front kick. And of course he should use that more to pick off Sam Mcgillius. Keep his distance from Sam, because Sam has good hands.
He's quick too with his feet there, a couple of times good front kicks. He can kick with both legs very effectively. But Peter Meads is taking this fight right up to Sam Mcgillius. He's chasing him wherever. A little bit off balance there, more so than a punch. But Peter's following him everywhere he goes, and that ring at the moment is not big enough for Sam Mcgillius.
That's what Peter's going very well at the present time, but of course he's using a lot of energy to go well.
And we're into round 3 now. 1.5 minute rounds, about halfway through round 3. So at the moment, Peter Meads' condition, hanging in there, nice and fine.
Sam picking off a nice right there.
The boys are working up to it again.
There's Sam, he's getting his hands moving now.
Oh, good right and left from Sam Mcgillius. And again, and that's dropped Peter Meads. I think it was the combination before that really started to set him on the way, and then he cleaned it up there with that second round of combination.
And also a low petrol tank.
I think Peter's going to have to recover, and now Sam senses a bit of a kill. But Peter Meads is a very, very tough customer. Oh, that snapped his head back from Sam Mcgillius.
Well, how much can Peter Meads take? I mean, Sam is very composed and he's picking him off at the present time, at this present stage of the fight.
Peter's got to tie him up. Meads has to tie him up.
He has to have a break. He has to have a rest.
Well, he gets a break right now, and it's going to be about a minute in duration, but definitely Sam Mcgillius bounces back.
I hope the seat's there for him to sit down.
Well, he still can't sit on it. Well, they've got him under him finally.
He's not looking well.
This is round 4.
Hands are on the legs.
Round 4 for
He was puffing. I mean, all that energy he expelled in those first couple of rounds, he could do with that energy now. He's got to learn how to let his energy go in a more natural way.
Mcgillius just proving that his style of defence is quite effective, mate. I didn't like that low sort of guard that he carries, but it's working quite well for him.
He seems to get his hands up at the right time. But of course, a low guard, I mean, against a very polished performer, it mightn't be the case.
Well, out we come for round 4. Peter Meads has got a little bit of work to do. He took the first 2 rounds, then Mcgillius coming back and taking that 3rd round very, very convincingly.
So Mcgilla is getting on top now.
He's just spiralling around once again, but still Peter Meads is taking it up to Sam Mcgilla. Sam's just prepared to back away and then come at him when he sees fit.
For this round, if I were Peter Meads, I'd be staying right away from Sam. I'd be using my feet to keep him away and then just use this round to have a rest and then go for it in round 5.
I thought you were going to kick Meads in when you were extending that leg.
I'm getting quite excited. I think this is great stuff. I mean, it's very interesting, the seesaw battles you see in the ring, and especially you're seeing quite a few seesaws tonight.
Eyesores. But anyway, the boys are working into this very good. Now, he started to work on Peter Meads' body for the first time in the fight. Sam Mcgillius is coming into Peter Meads, whereabouts it's been Meads, it's been coming after Mcgillius up until this point.
Well, Peter's getting very tired now, and of course he lets his guard down. People tend to let their guard down as they get more tired.
Sam's a moving target. Very hard to hit this man.
Sam's always thinking. He's moving on, getting out of the way. He's very evasive.
Well, he's working it again.
Here we go. Peter Meads will try and trap Sam on the ropes, but of course Sam's just too accomplished on the ropes.
I think Sam also using his body a little better when he does get on those ropes. He seems to be a little stronger overall and is able to muscle his way out. As we complete round 4, I'd have to split that. I'd give it to Mcgillius, but only just.
Only just. 2-all. 2-all going into the last.
Sets herself up for 2-all, absolutely. Sets us up for a big final and last round, round 5. And of course, Powers, once again, one of the best things to get your hands around is a Powers. So if you get the opportunity, up to the bar and grab a Powers.
Or 2.
Absolutely.
Seconds down, round 5.
Seconds are out of the ring. 5th and final of our 1.5 or 1.5 minute rounds. Peter Meads, going to do a bit of work. Sam Mcgillius just looking to consolidate.
Peter Meads hasn't got enough energy to go on with it here. He always starts off the round with a right thrusting or left thrusting front kick.
Reminds me a lot of Jeff Pennick, the way Mcgillius bounces around this ring. He doesn't come at you like, oh, Peter Meads coming right onto Mcgillius, but now Mcgillius comes right back at him and says, okay, I can mix it up. And that was a big right-left. Oh, that hurt Peter Meads, but Meads stands strong. Drops a funnel kick into Mcgillius' midsection and pushes him away.
Meads has to use his feet more. He has to thrust that right and left front side kick out.
Big combination from Mcgillius, but Meads is one tough customer. We got a rhino hide on him, this boy. Big left from Mcgillius. Meads stands his ground. Ref staying right out of it too. These boys are fighting a very clean fight. No illegal holds or anything like that. They're not hanging on to one another. They're facing one another right to the front. Okay, starting to get a little tired now, a little wayward. This has been a close fight. There's not much in this at all, you know.
No, but that knockdown,
could be the difference.
It could be the difference. It always plays in the judge's mind.
it was a good knockdown combination that he gave to Peter Meads. Unfortunately, Peter just couldn't stay on his feet. Sitting down for long.
Mcgillius finishing the pressure too.
Yeah, but he knows he's been in a fight, man.
He does. He's had to work hard for this.
Completion of round 5 and the completion of the fight. I'll put my neck on the line.
Mcgillius.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A very fine contest for the New South Wales middleweight title. Mcgillius and Peter Meads.
Waiting on the judge's decision. We know that the kick count was in vogue. Maybe the kick count could also play a big part in the result of this fight tonight.
The New South Wales middleweight champion. At this stage, we'd like Troy Waters to please join us.
It was an interesting encounter.
A very warm welcome to our United
Peter Meads. He should have used his feet more. He had the longer legs, and when he did use his feet, he caught Sam quite a few times around the stomach region.
Well, mate, we've got a guy that definitely knows how to throw the gloves. Troy Waters joining in the ring there to present the trophy to the winner.
New South Wales middleweight title.
And it's good to see Troy come along and devote his time to the sport of kickboxing.
Well, quite a few of these boxers are devoted kickboxing followers.
The judges have scored a unanimous decision.
Unanimous decision. That's interesting to me. Yep, picks it up. Mcgillius didn't surprise me, but Peter Meads went after him all fight, and he's got to be congratulated for the sort of fight that he fought.
Peter Meads, congratulations, yes. Sam, as you said before, Sam doesn't know he's doing the fight.
Well, mate, this next fight that's coming up, this is the fight that I've been looking forward to. George Mcgillius coming up against Maurice Llewellyn, and believe you me, Maurice Llewellyn, a very graceful fighter, got good technique, but George Mcgillius is very, very tough.
George is, it's all in the family tonight. Sam and George. Of course, I'd hate to see the guys have a Donnybrook.
Super middleweight title. There's the weights coming in. Maurice at 74.5. 3 fights, 2 wins, 2 KOs. He can deliver the knockout punch when need be, or knockout kick, whichever happens first. But one very fit boy.
One very fit boy and one with extremely good kicking technique.
Weighing in at 75.5
Rick Spain is his trainer.
Out of the red corner for the New South Wales.
Here comes the other half of the family.
Welcome, George Magoulias.
George Mcgillius, 75.5. 3 fights, 3 wins, no KOs, so he'll be looking to take this the distance. And of course it's 5 times 1.5 minute rounds with the 1 minute break in between. All brought to you by Powers here at Crounella Lease Club. And of course coming up on the big fight card, the heavyweights, the big boys of the sport, Grant Barker up against Mcgilla. And as we said, Grant Barker will be looking to annul the situation that happened last time. Mcgilla taking care of him, so I'm sure there's going to be some venom in Grant Barker's eyes.
Grant Barker has to get over a psychological barrier with this guy. He has to knock him hard and get in there and do a good job against Mitch, so he can just carry on with his career.
Well, George will be fighting out of the red corner, Maurice out of the blue corner. Boys are in centre ring. Last minute instructions from the referee.
This is for the New South Wales super middleweight title.
This is the New South Wales super middleweight title.
George Magoulias fighting out of the
This crowd has really swelled up here tonight. I'd say we're getting up towards the 1,1700 mark. And that's all very well and good for the sport.
Very good for the sport. This is the second time they've had a promotion like this at the Crounella Leagues Club. And it's very gratifying to see this huge crowd here.
Okay, fighters in centre ring, touch of the gloves. Maurice in the red long pants and George Mcgillius in the black trunks. Straight away, a couple of small kicks, and they'll spar each other here for a little while, I'd say these two. A bit cautious, check one another's style out, and then they'll assess it and they'll go after victory.
It was quite a contrast in the start of this fight as to the last one. These guys, as you said just then, that they're working each other out, and they should start moving in around the second round.
Greg, George looks a little bit more toned than his brother does, and maybe he's been doing a little bit more work in the gym, and if that's any sign from his fight that his brother just took place, we're looking at 2 very accomplished fighters.
It's a very impressive family.
Well, Llewellyn just sort of propping out that right leg, just keeping those kicks into the midsection. A bit of a roundhouse front there from Mcgillius, and none of the blows connecting as such at the moment. The boys are just sort of, as I said, feeling one another out. Geez, he gets good elevation on those front kicks. Llewellyn is very strong and he gets good height. He's going to be a tough customer as he gets a little bit more fighting experience under his belt.
He's a leg man there. He's again going for George's thigh rib and then moving into the hands.
I'm a leg man myself, mate. Of the other sex. The boys are working in. Completion of round 1. I could score that very even fight, actually. Very, very even fight. I don't think they expended too much energy. Yeah. Not too much energy was expended.
No, that round was just used, as we said all through it, to suss each other out.
I think Maurice was having a little sneak preview there of our ring girl then. He wants to get his mind back on the job. A couple of instructions from his trainer.
To focus.
Nick Spain's the man's trainer. And we know that this man is Chan, the man. 2 wins tonight for Chan, so he's having a great night.
A big night, man. He normally has a big night.
Actually, I should say 3 wins for him. He's having a very big night. Nope. Boys are back in centre ring. Start of round 2. Now we might see a little bit of action.
These guys still looking at each other. There's Maurice coming out with his left roundhouse kick off the front foot, and then he comes in with a big right.
Good elevation.
I see that thrusting right front kick. Beautiful.
Very stylish fighter.
George Mcgilla, he'd do well to move in on him. Take a few blows. Of course, he's blocking them well, but moving in, trying to work the body with Maurice's body. Maurice is strong there.
He has an elbow-style defence. If you notice the way Maurice defends, he actually drops the glove right to his chest and forces his elbow out, which makes it very hard to hit him around the kidneys and work on the body.
It does. I mean, if you're going to try and aim for the kidneys, you cop an elbow, and there's nothing more painful than that.
Absolutely. Real good right there from Mcgillius. Got it over the top of the garden, and that actually hurt Maurice. But he comes back well. Boys are working in, and he's missing with that kick, but neither fighter pressuring the other fighter at the moment. Mcgillius comes in, covers up. Each time he comes in place, he covers up. He's not confident enough. Oh, lovely reverse roundhouse.
He's got great kick. Any kick he executes.
Oh, well done. Geez, that snapped up.
The ballerina. Yeah. Or a ballet dancer.
Yeah, ballerina, man.
Oh, no,
I'll tell him that.
No, I won't. We won't mention that to him.
Back in the corner. I'd still say this is an even fight so far. There's nothing in this at all. A little bit of water for the boys.
George has the hands. He's got to move in place and try and crowd Maurice. Maurice's legs are working pretty well.
Absolutely.
Another exciting
hands very good. Chan's still talking to Mcgillius, trying to pick him up and trying to get him to fight the sort of fight that he thinks can win tonight. 3rd round. They come. George first out to the centre of the ring.
Chanchek play telling George Mcgillius to go for the uppercut, whipping into the box. And Chanchek and Mick Spinks.
Main trainers?
Main trainers, General Coon, and a very, very strong stable for New South Wales kickboxing and Australia kickboxing.
Is the Australian standard of kickboxing the best in the country?
It's
like New South Wales.
It is. We've got some pretty good guys here. We'll look at the card tonight. Of course, you've got Grant Barker coming in, and Grant's looking very good. And of course, after the night, I think Grant will be looking even better.
He's just getting a warning there to keep those kicks up. And that hurt Maurice then. It was a good kick from George. He's working in well. Now George starting to come out of his shell a little. Maurice is going to have to watch it here. He's going to have to be
in now. He's got a crowd.
He's starting to take the fight up to Llewellyn. He's sort of thought now, I've faced him out, I've worked him out. Let's see if we can get in close. And he's starting to wear in a little. The guard dropping on Llewellyn. The kick not as good and crisp.
See how he's crowding him? Llewellyn's picking up his leg and George is rushing in and crowding him and making it very difficult for Llewellyn to execute the technique.
And Maurice realises it and gets away over the top right hand from Llewellyn. He's trying to work it back out again and trying to get that offensive happening so as that George backs up, but George now chasing him. Mcgillius chasing him around the ring.
There's George getting inside of Llewellyn now.
Oh, a little bit of a combination. Punch after the bell from Mcgillius. Llewellyn not real happy about it, but they'll take their seats as we complete round 3 here at Crounella Lease Club tonight. And of course, brought to you by Powers, a big supporter of the kickboxing tournament tonight, and a big supporter of all those drinkers out there in Australia.
The name to remember is Nippon Travel. Play safe mouth guards. They care for the champion.
That's better. That's what they say about Powers. We're coming out for round 4. Chenchuk just still not happy with Magoulias. He's revving him up, trying to fire him up and trying to get him in the right frame of mind to take care of this fight tonight.
Yeah, judging by that last round, George is in the right frame of mind.
I think you're finding he'll wear Maurice down now.
I think he's found the way in. He's moving inside of Llewellyn and making Llewellyn making it very difficult for him to throw kicks.
I know that these two boys have trained very hard for this. Llewellyn was looking very stylish in those first 2 rounds. The style's gone out of him now. He's not much of a boxer, Maurice. He's more of a kicker. Yeah, definitely so. But I think George Mcgillius wants to get in and let you know that he's got a bit of leather on his hands.
See, it's a trademark of the Jimmy European stable, the hands. They've got very strong hands.
Oh, that was a good left. Left kick there. And he's just working back. Well, he's just working back now as we look into this fight, and it's starting to work into round 4.
There's a nice front kick by Llewellyn. He should be doing more of that, just keeping George away. He's got to keep George away. If he doesn't keep George away, George will flatten him.
And I think George is just waiting for that opportunity. He still must have a lot left in that arsenal because he hasn't thrown too many punches.
Here he is, he's crowding in there, and then of course he lets it go with that big right.
Coming towards the end of round 4. Llewellyn really using the ring now, starting to come off the ropes and trying to keep away from Mcgillius. Realises that Mcgillius is getting stronger as this fight wears on.
Oh, the kicks
and now he comes in. Now he's got Llewellyn in his own corner, but Maurice comes out of there. Well, not bad performance, but now he puts him over into his own corner. Well, what? Touch of the gloves as they complete that round. These two boys have a lot of respect for one another.
One must give it a lot of credit to Maurice. He's very good on his feet, very good at using his feet and very good at moving.
Well, Maurice was in his own corner there, and he spun around, got out, but he backed straight up into George Mcgillius' corner. So I think I'd prefer to be in my own corner rather than George's corner. So the crowd gives a major roar for, I'm sure, round 5.
Round 5.
It's Maurice in a bit of a daze at the present time. Watching Chenchuk give instructions to George Mcgillius.
He's playing there, just trying to finalise this last round's tactics. Boys will come out, they'll touch gloves. And here we go for the New South Wales title. I've got to give it to Mcgillius at this stage. He's definitely in front.
Mcgillius, I suspect he's worked out Llewellyn.
Llewellyn's going to have to pull something out of the fire here and see what he can come up with. I don't like his chances of winning this on kicks. I think he's going to have to try and take him on in the glove department, and I just do not think that he can do that to George Mcgillius.
George Mcgillius thrusting out that roundhouse kick, that right roundhouse kick to Llewellyn's thigh region, and because he's got a lot more power now in his kicking.
Funny to note too, Llewellyn has had 2 KOs in previous fights, so he has got some power there.
He has got some power. I mean, when you've got kicks like that, anything can happen.
Oh, left and right, right in there. Llewellyn is a little bit of trouble. Gets out of there in a big hurry. Mcgillius can sense a little bit of a chance here, and he's going after him. On the ropes now. Llewellyn's got to back away. He's not, but now
he's trying to mix it.
George has got him in his corner. He's let him out. We're coming to the completion of this 5-round contest, and Llewellyn is not finishing here. George Mcgillius definitely finishing the stronger of the 2 fighters, Greg.
Llewellyn has lost the sting. His kicks haven't got the sting they had in the earlier rounds, and of course George, he's getting stronger now. He's moving in there. He moves in with those roundhouse kicks to the thigh region and those hands. He lets loose with the hands.
Maurice doing a lot of heavy breathing. He's definitely really good.
See that kick there? Half-hearted.
Yep.
No sting.
He's looking for the bell, I think, and he's put up a great fight tonight. The boys have completed this 5-round fight.
I'll give it to George.
Absolutely. As the auditorium gives him a big round of applause here at Crounella. and they'll be all ducking away to grab a powers at the bar, as we will get the result of fight number 4. Well, mate, we've got the trophy coming up into the ring now, Greg, and of course these two boys worked very hard for the glory tonight, but unfortunately only one winner. You've gone for George Mcgillius, I tend to agree.
George fought the right fight. George moving in with the longer kicking Llewellyn, and of course crowding Llewellyn and making it very difficult for Llewellyn to throw his technique. So I predict George.
Okay, Troy back in the ring, and it's good to see Troy, as we said before, coming along and spending a bit of time here.
Well, the kickboxing getting... Oh, here we go. The winner is...
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have decided it is a split decision.
Ooh, split.
The winner and New South Wales super middleweight title, in the blue corner, Maurice Llewellyn.
Oh, mate.
No one's perfect.
He's a very happy customer. Well, we got that one wrong, mate, and I think we've got 3 right tonight, haven't we?
3 right.
Trophy presented tonight by
No one's perfect.
Maurice very happy about that, and definitely he'd done the work in the gym. You can see by the physique on the boy that he's definitely trained very hard. Well, this is the big one. This is the big fellas. Grant Barker versus Mcgilla, Commonwealth heavyweight title fight. 10 rounds of fighting, and this is over the 2-minute distance with the minute break. So it's going to be tough for it.
These guys are big and they use a lot of energy to move their full limbs.
Big's the word, 95.8 kilos. We've got a Mack truck in one corner, and we're going to have what in the other corner?
A prime mover.
Absolutely. Well, I don't think this fight will go the distance. I think these two boys are too keyed up, and especially Grant Barker after suffering a loss at the feet and hands of a Hella just recently.
There's no greater way of psyching Grant Barker up than a loss. And of course, as you said, there's going to be a lot of feeling in this fight. Mitch looking good, Grant looking fine.
But mate, there is one factor in this fight. It's the hometown crowd.
Grant the Bomber has an incredible following. And
wait till you hear this roar. It'll be deafening, mate. Here we go. I can't say too much about AC/DC, but I'm sure they're going to fire this crowd up. They're upstanding. They're starting to get up around us at the moment, mate. The noise is starting to get deafening as we sit here. We're going to get earplugs ready, mate, because when this man comes out, all hell's going to break loose here.
Probably more, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, weighing 91.8 kilos.
91.8. He's a little bit lighter. Hometown boy. Here he comes in. He's got a couple of big boys there too to mind him. I know that one of those guys is quite a fit boy, but this noise is deafening.
He's got like
14 fights, 11 wins, 9 KOs. So he has tasted defeat a couple of times, Mr. Barker.
Yes, he has tasted defeat. But of course, I think that KO rate, it will continue to rise.
Yeah, he definitely is a power puncher.
Well, Grant Barker, those early losses were early in his career. Of course, he's a person of great experience now, and losses are very rare these days for Grant Barker.
I think that, I know that Mitchilla's camp were working on the assumption that Barker is not a very good kicker. I think Barker will prove them wrong tonight.
Barker is a good fighter.
Basically, yeah.
He's a good all-round fighter. His kicks are powerful. He works the thigh region of anyone he hops into the ring with, and his hands are beautiful.
He knows how to play this crowd. He's playing them right up. Now, Ahella already in gloves. Barker not in gloves yet, still just in the tape. But both fighters carrying the required shin and feet pads. So it's mandatory, as we've said, in New South Wales. 95 kilos for Ahella, 91 kilos for Barker, and Barker looking a very, very fit boy.
Barker wants to prove something tonight, and I think, as you said before, I think he might just do that.
Crounella Cheergirls are in there, and they're well known for their exploits with the Crounella football team, shall we say. But tonight, on hand.
Let's see why their football team does so well.
They haven't done so well this year, mate. It's not happening for them, Greg. That might be the reason. We might have unearthed the reason for the bad form of the Crounella football team. I'll talk to the coach a little later on tonight. Barker in the centre of the ring, soaking up this local hometown crowd. This could be the difference. On goes the gloves, right hand first. Nick Spinks, the trainer. Okay, gloves are saddled up, taped up, everything ready to go. They're in the centre. Last minute instructions. Both corner men are there. This is unusual, not normal. Referee laying down the law to these two fighters. I wouldn't like to get in between these two boys and have to separate them.
There's more than just two of these guys hopping in the ring. Of course, the trainers are very much involved in this encounter too.
You can see the crowd behind there on the stage actually getting in larger in numbers. And of course, coming up in a little while's time, Alex Atoui up against Jason Rarere. And Alex Atoui is on the way to a world title shot.
Of course, let's see what sort of form he is in tonight if he's online.
Well, coming out of the red corner is Barker, coming out of the blue corner in the blue trunks, Mitch O'Hella. All the way across from NZ.
Mitch O'Hella is a big guy. He looks powerful. Of course, Grant Barker looks very confident, he looks very intense, and he looks very concentrated on the job at hand.
Mitch seems to be much bigger through the upper body and not so big in the legs. Barker tends to be a lot more stockier set through the midsection and the legs.
Yeah, Grant Barker, he's got a great build for a fighter all through his body. Upper body, lower body, it's all looking good.
Okay, the boys are out in the middle, and we're interested to see whether they feel each other out here. Or whether
Grant Barker starting off with a kick. Just to show Mitch O'Hella that he can kick.
Nice round to the top too, just working on the shoulders there.
But as you said, there are 10 rounds to here. These guys will just feel each other out for the first couple of rounds and then let it go.
How much power would these guys be delivering? We know that big boxers can land up to 300-400 pounds in a punch. Some of these kicks would be up around that sort of 500-pound mark.
Oh, you're looking at a kick to the midsection region as being 3 times more powerful than a punch to the midsection region. So there's a hell of a lot of power. Now, that's why these guys are incredibly powerful around the midsection area.
Well, they would definitely bring your dinner up anyway. I know that.
Yes, I don't think they'd have a feed before they hopped in the ring there.
Speaking of food, mate, what sort of diets would these guys follow? High carbohydrate diet?
Well, they need lots of energy.
O'Hella got him in the corner here, but Barker seems to be ducking and weaving very well. Not too many of those blows connected. Barker was quite prepared to absorb that punishment that O'Hella was ditching out.
Barker's a very, very good boxer. He's very, very good with his hands, and of course, when he gets into a corner, he knows how to cover up well, and then he thrusts out that left and right combination.
Oh, yeah, well, a little bit low there.
Grant working on Mitch's leg region. I think Mitch coming in with his slow right and left turn kicks.
Barker ties him up and gets out of the corner.
Of course, these guys are slower, but as we said before, they are powerful. When they hit with their technique, they belt.
I'm sure that I'm glad to be sitting where we are and not in there where they are.
We are in the best spot.
Absolutely. As they come over on top of us right now, as we're sitting ringside, they're right on top of us right at the moment, and they work away from us.
He's already working up a sweat, these guys, too, so it's going to be a long night for them.
Okay, that was an even split round. I don't think anyone really sort of asserted any authority there.
Feeling each other out.
Not even a sweat up on the big boy there.
The Hotel New Hampshire, where the champions stay. We're on to our second round of this heavyweight professional contest.
The ring lady comes in for the second round card.
The ring ladies looking very nice tonight. Of course, they have a variety of ring ladies there, as you hear.
There's Grant Barker. Comes back out the centre stage, along with Mitch O'Hella. And the referee's very stickled here. He makes sure that these boys remain near their corners, pulls them to the centre of the ring, and the centre of the ring being the appropriate word, as Barker comes out with a little right kick to the thigh region of O'Hella, and O'Hella responds with the same style of kick. Barker dancing around, O'Hella chasing him and cutting off the ring as we get a low blow and time out. Barker will go to his corner and they'll have to blow on the hot chips tonight. So I'm sure that Nick Spence will take care of things. As, out come the shorts there, just a little bit of relief. And what they do, it's just like a bag of hot chips, ladies and gentlemen. They just sort of make sure that everything's cooled down.
Taking the pressure off like that would avoid swelling.
Well, no swelling at the moment from Barker. He's back out in centre ring, touch of the gloves, and the boys are back underway. Working in and around the ring again. Definitely O'Hella's taking the fight to Barker. He's not staying back, and as we said, O'Hella took care of Barker some 2 months ago. Now Barker's going to have to really be careful.
Barker has to watch too when he throws his right turning kick to the thigh region. He drops his head slightly, and of course if he drops it too much...
knocked him off his feet. It'll be interesting to see the ruling here whether that's a slip. Yeah, he's ruled it as a slip. I'd like to see that on the replay. Now Barker's fired up by that little encounter. Came back with a flurry. O'Hella got away from it. Now O'Hella comes at Barker.
Nice jabs,
very good jabs. Seems a little bit pedestrian, but when he tries to combination fight O'Hella, doesn't seem to be that quick.
He's slow but powerful. Barker is very experienced. You see how he covered up there? Because not letting O'Hella get any momentum.
Holds a very good guard, Barker. He has a very high guard. Keeps it up very well, but O'Hella's working in close. It must be concerning to Mick Spinks in the corner watching this at the moment. Definitely O'Hella's fight so far. Nice right. Very nice, strong right front kick.
O'Hella using Mcgilla quite a bit.
He is too, isn't he? And he's threatening with that big right. He's just holding it there saying, you give me the opportunity, Grant, and I'm going to sneak this right in on your chin.
But O'Hella would be wise to watch out for that right uppercut by Grant Barker. He let loose down. Of course, O'Hella just got out.
Round two, touch of the gloves from the boys, and they head back for a breather.
On our way to the next exciting round in this heavyweight contest, reminding you, of course, to make a date for Saturday, July 20 at the Sydney Entertainment Centre.
A little bit of ice on the back of the neck there.
Blue corner down 4 kicks. Round 3 is coming up.
Sometimes I kick myself. Anyway, Barker, Mick Spinks giving us up. Couple of instructions there. Barker back to centre ring. Couple of deep breaths. Mcgilla comes out.
Grant Barker, he'll take a couple of rounds.
Ref tells them to get back to their corners and wait for this to be called in. Calls them into centre ring. And Barker straight with a front left into mid-air. 2-minute rounds we're looking at.
Mitch O'Hella is a very powerful looking man. I've said that before, but he just moves up well. He's a tank.
The ring seems to be a little slippery at the moment. Barker's had a couple of times there. His feet have slipped underneath him.
Well, we've had quite a few long...
Oh, big right hand. Did you hear that? Oh. Now, can Barker get in there? That's what I was stunned O'Hella. It has. O'Hella back. Barker hits him with 2 more rights. Yes, definitely so. He's going after him now. Greg, that was a major right hand from Barker.
See, Barker's showing a great deal of experience here. He's just holding his own. He covers up well, and then he lets go of those beautiful combinations. His hands are dynamite.
But I worry sometimes when you're commentating. I don't know whether you're going to punch me or not. The way you hold them hands up.
Oh, mate, I don't want to really get in there. I'm just pretending.
Well, Barker definitely exploded then on O'Hella, and O'Hella took a bit of punishment, but he's not going to stop coming at him.
Mitch O'Hella is very tough. He can absorb a bit. He has to absorb a bit against this guy, Grant Barker.
Fighters once again a little bit more wary.
The power of Mitch's kick then. Grant Barker coming forward. Mitch thrusts out that left front kick. And
that got through. That jab got through. That left and right combination got through Barker's guard.
Barker walking straight into that.
A little bit too confident, I think. A little bit too cocky. I was just going to say before that encounter that O'Hella was starting to lose the plot, but Barker comes with that big round right hand again. O'Hella's going to have to be talked to about that. He's leaving himself open for it. He reminds me a lot of Atoui, the way he gets in there, O'Hella, and hangs on another right.
That's scoring some big points.
Comes from nowhere, doesn't it? We're getting towards the end of this round 3, and I'd definitely say that bar that combination from O'Hella, I'd give that to Barker.
Barker's looking pretty good now. He's he covers up, then he moves in. And he moves in with that left-right combination. Because that big right, it's a beautiful punch, isn't it, Mike?
It is a very good punch, mate. This round 4 works its way around. Now, Barker's going to have a bit of a talk to. They're going to have to talk to him pretty sternly because he got very complacent in the latter stages of that round.
Yes, Barker's lost a little bit of focus there.
Now, the referee's just going over a few points with O'Hella's corner. And I think they were questioning some of the rulings there. Seconds out of the ring. Barker deep breathing.
Well, Grant Barker's in the ring against a very, very powerful guy, and what he has to do is he has to just get out of his way, get those combinations going, and just work him down. Chop him down.
Has a bigger reach too, and straight at Barker. The left jab is really causing Barker some problems.
Barker's running into it.
Absolutely. Oh, good left and right from Barker. He pops out of the clinches very quick. Now the boys are coming out of the clinches and fighting here, and the gloves are going like crazy. Forget the kicks. These boys are boxing.
Oh, this is real heavyweight stuff.
Yep, good uppercut from Barker, and Ahella's in trouble. Ahella's definitely in trouble, but he's come good again. Now Barker's on the receiving end, and Ahella letting go with the gloves once again. But Barker ties him up. Ahella trying to get free. Now this is going to make things very interesting. And I tell you what, Barker back again. These two boys are just going to trade punches here. He's got Ahella back now. Ahella's going to hit the canvas any minute, I'd say, Greg.
Is there a count for kicks in this round?
I don't think there is any counts at all in this fight for kicks. These boys have forgotten about kicking, and they're just going after it. It's a bit of a grudge match, as we said. Ahella last time round taking care of Barker. This time Barker has to fight hard because it's his title. Barker heavy breathing as his head snaps back from that right uppercut. Oh, a couple of haymakers from Barker.
Yeah, Barker leans on him, gets his breath back, and then lets go with those big haymakers.
So that short right, yes, very short. That's hurting. That's hurt Ahella.
Ahella hanging on. Hold his left hand up, and of course he's got to just guard himself away from that right from Barker.
Trying to keep him apart. Ahella talking to Barker.
Yeah, there's a bit of feeling here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Street brawl.
Oh, these two boys, we're watching them. Oh, big right once again. Ahella came in with those uppercut rights. Left, I should say, but Barker comes back with the big right hand.
That big right again.
He's missed with that one over the top of the head. This has been a great round. Tremendous round.
The big guy. Oh, there's a knee.
Well, the referee has called that out. Oh, yes, and look at Barker, the professional, using a breather. And he knew
gamespersonship. Yes.
Well, bell goes off. Now, is there a point deduction?
Exciting fight action is proudly brought to you.
Now, we'll have to wait and see, but I think you could find there is a point taken off Ahella there for deliberately mean. We're just trying to get an update now.
Round 5.
We can't let you know whether there was a deduction of a point, ladies and gentlemen, just then.
One thing that it does show is that there's a lot of feeling in this, and of course Mitch, he's got to keep his head together. If he loses his head like that, adopts tactics like that, Grant Barker will come back strong and finish him off.
Well, his trainer Mick Waterman is in that corner yelling at Ahella to get his guard up and to try and fight the fight that they'd planned on. Don't get into this brawling tactics of Barker.
Barker loves to brawl.
He's very good at it, mate. And big right once again. Ahella coming out with a lazy front kick, and he's paying the price for it. Now look, Ahella's breathing heavy already in this early part of the round. That's not a good sign.
Grant Barker's got
in the neutral corner. We're in the neutral corner. Look, there's no sting left in Ahella's punches. He's absolutely run out of punch.
One must give it to Grant Barker too. He moves very well. He gets out of the way. He's got great defence.
I think Ahella wants to not worry too much about talking and worry more about defending.
Left and right.
Well, this is hurt.
Barker,
you've called it well, Greg. You've called it very well. That's hurt him. Yeah, I don't think this boy's going to get up.
And down comes the oak tree.
Yeah, I don't think he is rubbers. I'm not talking about the rubbers we all know. He's got rubber legs. And the ref's not happy here. Ahella's going to come out, but I think you'll find that Barker will just crowd him straight away. Watch this. Yeah, this is all over. He's got to stop it.
It's over.
Yep, absolutely. And look at Barker. Absolutely psyched.
Grant Barker back on course.
Look, he's absolutely psyched. Still going up to Ahella.
Tap on the back and saying, well done anyway.
Look at Barker, pumped up. Goes over to Ahella and actually consoles him a little and maybe apologises for those little gestures after their fight. But Barker, winner tonight. KO in that 5th round.
What an impressive comeback, Mike. After losing to Mitch Ahella, then coming back and knocking him out. what better way to get one's confidence back?
Absolutely. Grant Barker, the winner, in front of his home crowd. Mate, as I said to you, the home crowd is a big advantage.
And it is an incredible crowd out here, this Crounella crowd.
But they know him so well, mate. He's a local celebrity, he's a local identity, and he gets stopped in the street down here and congratulated on his fight performances. And that is a big bearing on one's outcome.
He's a hero, a local hero. Because he's more than a local hero, he's an Australian hero.
Absolutely. Now,
Commonwealth.
Obviously, the call will come whether he takes on Stan Longinidis in the near future. A major shot at the big stuff.
It'll be interesting how Stan goes in this World Championship encounter.
Oh, he's got his work cut out for him, I know that. Rice is not one man I'd like to deal with.
No. It's very good for Australian kickboxing. You've got two world-class kickboxers like this in the heavyweight ranks too.
Well, I think that's Mum in there, kissing cuddles. Here comes the decision. It's only a formality as Tony Mundine comes over and shakes Grant Barker's hand.
Of course, Grant Barker, I've never seen him more determined than he
was very determined. I think he's going to grab the mic here and say a few words. Knowing Grant will be...
Grant Barker. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming tonight. I fought Mitch in March and he put me away in the 4th round. I wasn't emotionally there. Had a few problems. I shouldn't have brought him to the ring. Tonight I knew I could beat him. I could feel it. I'd like to thank you very much. It's one fight each. Maybe I'll have a rematch down the track, but I felt that I had to fight Mitch and beat him again so I could get on with my career. And thanks very much for coming, and Stan's here, and hopefully I'll get good enough one day when he wins the world title in July 20. Maybe we can get it on together. Thank you very much.
We'll find out whether they can get it on together. Even if Stan doesn't take the world title, it'll be a very good fight.
Very good. If Stan doesn't take it, of course, what better way than to get Grant prepared for a world title shot.
Well, here is the next card. Alex Toohey versus Jason Rarere, and of course Alex on his way to a world title shot. We're looking to see Jason Rarere be not too difficult a task for him to take care of.
No, I think this is more or less a preparation fight for his encounter against Cash Gill.
Now here's Jason Rarere. Let's look at the card. 72.57 kilos. 20 fights, very experienced man, 19 wins, 16 KOs. He can pack a punch, this boy.
This will be a good test, I think.
They've hopefully structured this to be a good warm-up for Toohey. Toohey will be looking for quite a tough fight to really harden him up for his fight when he comes up against Cash Gill, I think it is, for the world title.
Well, Cash Gill gave Alex Toohey a bit of curry in their recent encounter, but of course Alex Toohey's a different fighter now than what he was then. He had to go over to England and fight Cash Gill, and Cash Gill got in a lucky kick and put an end to the fight, but Alex Toohey's very keen and eager to hop back into the ring with Cash Gill, and of course what better way to prepare himself than hopping in the ring with Jason Rarere.
Well, he's in the Aussie colours, the green and gold, but wait till you see the muscle definition on this young man's body. One very fit fellow. 70 kilos, 27 fights, 25 wins, 18 KOs. I'd hate to see the two fellows that stopped him.
They must have something.
I don't know, mate. They might have borrowed something from Rambo. Definitely a tough boy, this man. A little bit of reggae music in the background, and I don't mind that myself. I think that's quite a nice touch rather than AC/DC. It's a little bit too much for me.
Alex Toohey is extremely fit. I was speaking to someone who trains in the same gym as him, and of course he goes about 30 rounds each training. He just picks everyone in the gym, and he's just a super fit guy.
Well, he's at the top of his tree, 27 years of age. Obviously, from here till about 32 would be the maximum years, about 5 years, I would say. And
he's got great hands. Another hand man, and he's got a few kicks. He gets his 8 kicks in and works the leg region, and then comes out with these beautiful uppercuts.
Well, I know the boys were in his corner, were talking earlier in the night, and they were hoping that he could do a fair few kick encounters in this fight and try and get his kicking into rhythm. Evidently there's a lot involved in rhythm of the kick, Greg. Getting the body in the right position, you can exert less energy if you can get that rhythm happening.
It is true, and it's very hard to get that rhythm with the confined area they are in.
Like all title fights in this very patriotic country of Australia, we have our national anthem being played, of course, first one but being the New Zealand national anthem. And if you looked at the New Zealand flag and the Australian flag, I don't know if you could tell the difference after a few pounds.
No, the New Zealand flag has a star out of place, I think.
Well, I think Jason Rarere is out of place tonight. I think he's out of his class. I think he's out of his depth. He might have had a lot of fights. If I was Jason Rarere, I'd be going out to the airport now and getting on my plane, because I can't see anybody stopping this man, Alex Atoui. Did you see that tattoo on the shoulder there of Jason Rarere? Yeah, well, I hope he doesn't do what he's on his shoulder. Because he's going to get there in early tonight.
The Australian national anthem.
Aha, now I recognise this song. Is this Australia Calls Australia? Peter Allen's song, Australia Calls Australia Home?
I still call Australia.
That's it. Greg also does singing. So
got bored of this.
So as we... oh, look, the flag bearer is singing. She knows the words. I'm sure half the crowd doesn't know the words. Anyway, there's enough to get him upstanding. It's good here. Packed in crowd now. I'd say we're up around 1,700 people in here in the auditorium at Crounella Loose Club, and it's great to see Crounella Loose Club supporting kickboxing for their management and staff. Thank you very much for having us tonight. As we come to a close on our card with our final fight tonight, our sixth and final fight, Alex Atoui versus Jason Rarere from New Zealand. And this, of course, is a tune-up fight for Alex Atoui before he comes up against Cash Gill.
And of course, one hopes that Alex doesn't lose his momentum. That is a loss tonight. Of course, I can't see him losing tonight.
He's a man of very, very few words, Alex Atoui.
Full of action.
Absolutely.
All action.
Absolutely.
Alex Atoui, he's been once named the Clark Kent of the ring. He's very quiet outside the ring, but once he gets into that ring, something comes over him. Madness.
Now,
controlled madness, of course.
Jason Rarere is wearing shorts that maybe his lunch could be seen. I think he wants to buy himself a new pair. I know things are things are hard at the moment in the economy.
Well, if he has a win tonight, maybe
he can afford a new pair of shorts. We don't know. But anyway, coming out of that blue corner, Jason Rarere. Coming out of the red corner, Australia's big hope in fighting, Alex Atoui. Referee in centre ring. Out come the boys, touch of the gloves, and I think we're in for a short night. I just have this feeling that Alex Atoui is a man possessed.
Alex starting off with a nice kick with a shin moving. Jason Rarere is going to have to sort this Atoui fellow out, because believe you me, I've seen Atoui go off once before, and Guy Fawkes night had nothing on this fellow. He lets go. Yeah, the last time we saw Atoui in the ring, he was against a guy who had 14 straight wins by knockout, and Atoui knocked him out.
Didn't he? So, he's got much newer pads on too. I like the pads that Atui's wearing. He's trying that right kick to Atoui, but not even bothering Atoui.
Atui's got a great uniform on, and of course he's looking good with his technique too.
I'm still worried about them shorts, mate. They're not very good, are they?
Well, he's Jason. You'd be able to sing soprano, I think, with the opera.
We're about 50 seconds into this round now, and you can see already that Atoui is prepared to work his way into this fight and take Rarere anytime he pleases. Now, nice high kicks there, both trying the round kick.
Jason Rarere he'd be advised to trust his leg out, just keep Alex away.
Oh, that stopped him. That's all over, folks. You can hear the thump in that kick, Greg. You're a man of experience.
Yes, I'm afraid that's it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got a broken rib. Did you hear that snap then?
Alex Atoui picked the spot, belted it.
Rarere is not going to get up, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's your plane ticket, here's your suitcase. Don't worry about going back to the motel. He is hurt, mate. I hope the medical staff can get in there and take good care of him.
It's a shame for two reasons. I mean, I hate anyone being injured that much, but of course it's a shame for Alex too. It's not much of a warm-up for the
But you can see the concern on Alex. Look at Alex here. He is total professional. He's worried about Jason Rarere. He hasn't taken his eyes off him, actually. He's still quite concerned about it.
And he's not really wallowing in the glory of
No, he doesn't seem real happy about that at all. But, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to finish a fight. Very, very quickly. He's up now.
Jason's all right.
I think he just knocked the wind out of him. Most probably a couple of cracked ribs. It's a long way to come to Australia to get a couple of cracked ribs.
In the first round, 1 minute 37 seconds.
1 minute and 37 seconds into the fight. Alex Atoui is on his way to see Cash Gill, and all I can say to Cash Gill, watch out, look out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Mammoth Promotions, Maurice and Crounella Lease Club, along with Powers, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight here at Crounella Lease Club. Greg, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mike. It was a pleasure calling with you.
And I think the next time we'll be catching up with everyone is at the State Homebush Centre, and we'll see that fight between Cash Gill and Alex Atoui for the world title.
And of course, Grant's in the ring against Mike McDonald too.
Absolutely.
Who's rated second in the world.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again. We'll catch you soon.
Bye-bye.